We've just warmed up the hip flexors. This next one is going to hammer the hip flexors. It can also be used for the groin, but I don't use it for the groin because there's plenty of stuff you can do for the groin, and you can hurt your knees if you're not careful. So one thing about this, you do not want any pressure on your patellas. So I'm going to ultimately have my right here protected. I'm not going to feel anything on my knee. If you feel anything on your knee, stop. Do not put any pressure, any kind of, if you feel anything weird in your knee, any of your joints, back off slowly, but don't mess with your joints. All right. Like a couple nights ago, I had something going on right here. So I just stopped the pose. I was like, oh, I'm 4 minutes in. That's it. I'm going to stop it. I'll figure out what it is, and eventually I will. And I remember that now, but I don't know what was going on, and I don't want to mess around with ligaments, tendons, or joints. You're going to anyway, so I try to avoid them so that I don't overdo it. In reality, you're going to do it because if you're trying to push the edge, the only way you know if you push the edge is to go over. So that's why you go slow so that you don't go too far over the edge. Okay, I diverge. I digress. So for this pose, pillows on the ground. Now, I'm going to show you this in many ways. One way, I've got my knees spread so far. Let me come back a little bit so I'm actually on the screen here. And then watch the feet. I'm going to rotate the feet. Now, what I'm actually doing on the feet is, this is external or lateral rotation. Medial into the middle, lateral. So I'm laterally rotating. So notice what this is doing. It's opening me up here. I'm going to spread my legs, and then I'm going to push into my hip flexors. And I'm going to show you this from standing position. So again, I'm going to spread my legs a little bit, rotate my feet out, and then I'm going to imagine I'm lying on the ground. I'm going to sit into my hip flexors. Ooh, right there, that's really nice. The thing is, I can get a really good stretch here, but I can't hold this for very long. And I want to hold this for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So on this one, get your legs spread. Again, don't worry about the groin so much until when you start to sit back, you feel a little pressure in your hip flexors, like right there. And then just rest there and let gravity do its work. So that's a really good pose for your hip flexor. If you have trouble with that one, skip it. But it's I like it, but it's a tough pose for some people. So again, if it bothers your knees, don't do it.